Hey guys, what's going on? It's Soulful here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys my WindArcher doing some training on 8 times EXP. This is in the Dimension Invasion PQ, and I just want to show you guys how fast he was leveling, on 8 times EXP. He was almost getting like 90% per PQ, and the PQ only takes like 7 minutes. Now, I just want to start off by saying for this stage, as a WindArcher, this is also going to be kind of a guide for WindArchers doing Dimension Invasion PQ. For this stage, what you want to do, as you can see in the beginning of the round, I summoned my Emerald Dust a little to the left of the map. This is so that it slows all the mobs that spawn there, and they're also attracted to it, so they attack it as opposed to attacking you. And also what you want to do is, if you have the Mihail Link skill, the one that gives you 100% stance for a little while, you're going to want to use it here so you don't get knocked back, and so you can just wail away at the mobs as soon as they spawn. And I was using the Hurricane skill in this video only because my mobbing skill, the wind something, was at a low level. So if your wind mobbing skill is at a higher level than mine was, like if yours is at level 15 or so, definitely use that skill over Hurricane, and yeah, it'll go a lot smoother. For the boss, it's very, very simple. Since I'm pretty funded, I could kill it before it even summons anything, so that's pretty stationary there. Now for the third stage, you're just going to want to hop around to the mobs where they spawn and use the wind skill. You could use Hurricane here as well. I prefer using Hurricane, but it's obviously better to use the wind skill again if you have it a higher level than mine was. Mine was very low level in this video. Didn't really want to max it out early on, which I should have. Especially if you're not funded, you want to definitely max that skill out first, or not first, but really early, because it is a really insane mobbing skill. What you could also do for this stage is summon your Emerald Dust near the bottom portals, near either one of them, or you could even summon it by the top portal up there. Basically what this will do is, once the monsters spawn there or around there, they will be attracted to the Emerald Dust, and they will be slowed so they're not spread out all over like just occurred in the video. So they'll all be grouped up together, and it'll be a lot easier, a lot quicker for you to just mow them down, since they'll all be tied up in one spot, and plus they'll be slowed. So just another thing you could do there. But other than that, just keep mobbing and keep mowing away at the mobs. Nothing complicated at all. Very, very easy stage. And yeah. So this stage, yeah. And then when it gets to the end part of the stage, how it summons all like that, no need to worry, no need to panic. Just go ahead and do what you've been doing. Just mow them all down, kill them all, get them all rid of them all. And then after this stage comes a little, I guess, annoying stage, I guess you could say, because it's kind of pointless, to be honest, but whatever. And what really sucks about WindArchers is they can't wind jump. They can't use their double jump upwards to get on top the top platforms. It barely makes it. Why am I saying that? It doesn't make it, but it's so close to making it that I feel like Nexon should have just gave it that little more just so we can make it on top of that platform with one shot going up. So that stage is done, and then you're gonna be at this stage. For this stage, you just want to stay up here for the whole duration. This stage lasts about 45 seconds, if I'm not mistaken, something around there. So what you want to do is, after about 30 seconds or so, you're gonna want to buff up. Because the next stage has a ton of hordes coming at you without really any breaks, so you can't really buff up for the whole duration. So hopefully you could kill them as quickly as I can, so you don't have to worry about buffing up again or anything like that. Now keep in mind that those little balls that those birds drop do kill you in one hit, so you definitely don't want to touch those, which is why I recommend you stay up there on top of that top platform. Now for this stage, when it summons all these little gargoyles, you're going to want to summon your Emerald Dust right in the middle of them, which I did as soon as I got down. This prevents them from flying all the way and like flying all over the place. They are really attracted to this Emerald Dust, and plus they get slowed. It's really a really helpful skill for this place. I can't stress it enough how much you really want to use this Emerald Dust skill. So make sure you keep summoning it, and it will die every now and then because they are attacking it, and so you're going to need to summon it again. Once you see that the gargoyles are kind of flying away and they're kind of not restrained anymore, that's how you know your emerald dust has died, and so you're going to want to summon another one. But again, for this stage, I'm using Hurricane because my Hurricane is really strong. I maxed it out very, very early, so I'm using that because it does an even job compared to the the wind mobbing skill. But again, if your wind mobbing skill is higher than your hurricane, or even half the level of your hurricane, you're going to want to use that instead, as it mows them down a lot quicker. I did this PQ a few levels later when my wind mobbing skill is a lot higher, and I could just completely destroy all of these mobs. Like my WindArcher at level 170 could probably beat this PQ in about like 5 minutes or 6 minutes. Like, it's really the beast. So definitely use your wind mobbing skill if you have that at a higher level. But for me, it doesn't really matter. You know, you just summon your Emerald Dust, use Hurricane, use your Wind Mobbing skill. You could even use your Arrow Rain skill. That does a very good job here as well. So you have a wide variety of skills that you're able to use, and that's all very viable to get the job done. So, like, I didn't expect WindArchers to be this good at this PQ, but they definitely are. And something I forgot to mention that's very crucial to this stage as well is your Mihail skill, your Link skill that's from your Mihail. The cooldown will be up by this stage, the beginning of the stage. So what you're going to want to do is use that as soon as the stage starts as well. So as soon as the stage starts, you drop down, summon your Emerald Dust, and then use that Mihail Link skill so that you do not get pushed back, and it will last for the majority of the stage, which is really helpful because it, you know, just makes things go by quicker and makes things go by a lot easier. So now that that stage is over with, nothing to really worry about for the rest of the PQ. It's just a boss and then some easy summons, and then the final boss, which I don't recommend doing, but I did it for the sake of the video. So we'll go ahead and go with the flow of the video though. Since again I'm pretty funded, I could easily mow this boss down. It's recommended that you take the time to buff up though. However, don't take too long because you can lose in the stage. If the boss summons too many mobs before you kill the boss, you will lose. So make sure you know what you're doing. Make sure you buff up really quick. Make sure you go on the rope to buff. As if you guys don't know why, watch a previous video of mine that explains it. But yeah, so you want to buff up after you finish that stage, then just kill the boss, and then just deal with these mobs. It'll summon a few more afterwards, but that's pretty much it. So that's it for that stage. Now, if you're on 2 times EXP or anything like that, you definitely don't want to come to this boss. This boss fight is not worth the EXP for the time that it takes. So definitely just leave the map as soon as you finish the last stage, because this boss takes extremely long to kill. Not only that, but he gives like next to no EXP. You can easily die during this boss because he does have damage reflection, and he's really hard for most people to beat. Like, he's even hard. He was even hard for my WindArcher to be in my WindArcher's earlier levels. So this boss is definitely not something that you want to waste time doing. However, I decided to do it for the sake of the video to show you guys that I can beat it whenever I want. It's not hard at all for me. It's really just a matter of if my character has the damage or not. Like my Hayato, even though my Hayato is really funded, he cannot beat this boss still because Hayatos are just completely weak, but they're a really fun class. So WindArchers are both fun and pretty powerful if you ask me, so I was able to kill the boss pretty easily. However, again, this is not worth the EXP or anything like that, so again, I definitely don't recommend you fighting this boss. But however, if you do decide to fight the boss, a little tip is that he damage reflects if you bring him down to about 75% HP, as you've seen in the video. The animation for his damage reflect is pretty obvious. It's extremely noticeable if you ask me. I'd never died by it personally. I think I died maybe once, and so it's really easy to detect. And then once you get him to about below half HP, he will heal to about 70% HP, and you'll continuously do that unless you outdamage his heal, because he does heal quite a bit. And he also summons mobs once he reaches below half HP, as you guys saw. So keep those tips in mind. He also will damage reflect again at like about 20% HP, so be careful of that. But that's all for this video, guys. I hope you guys found this video informative, useful for you wind archers out there. Thank you all for watching. This has been a software production. I'll see you all later. Peace. If you liked that last video, why not click another? You might like that one too. And don't forget to subscribe.